Hey guys, this is Kysen here, and today we're going to be making a villager breeder and villager sorter, so let's get into it. So guys, today we are back on the Affinity world, and for those of you who watch my modded series, you'll know that I did a few recordings on there where my microphone wasn't on, and I basically just messed them up. Well, I'm sad to say I did the exact same thing on here, so I'm going to quickly take you through what you missed. Today's episode was meant to be an exploration of the end, so I went and did all the end city raids. You'll see I've got an Elytra now, and I made up some rockets for that. Down in rare items here, you can see some of the loot we got. So we got like a dragon head. We raided a few different end cities. There was 3 or 4, I think, in the end. So we got a few Elytras, we got some shulker boxes, shulker heads as well we got, and a few other things. So yeah, just to fill you in on what you missed there because I messed up. But what we will do instead today is something that I've wanted to get started on for quite a while anyway. So let's jump up here and I'll show you a couple of things. So first of all, over here, all sort of fenced off, we have some villagers. So we've got 4 villagers to be precise, which is exactly how many we need. Now they've been here for quite a while, so I think they're getting a little bit restless. But the good news is I'm soon about to move them to our next modern building. And again, I did some of this building on cam earlier, but I would always do most of this off cam anyway, so it's not too bad. So you'll see here, it's quite tall, and the reason for that is basically we're going to start a villager breeder. And the villagers, once they breed, they're going to breed at the top and they need to come down to the bottom, and then they will be more than 65 blocks away from the farm. So that's how far they need to be away in order for them to not mess up the rates of the farm breeding. So this is where they're going to be. We'll probably have like a little door in here or something, and a little way here of potentially sorting them. And then I'll probably have some sort of villager hall or something like that here, where we can keep the good ones and get lots of villager trades to get lots of emeralds and things like that. So the next thing for me to do is to find a way to transport the guys from over there up to the top of there. So we're going to need quite a big water elevator that we're going to get them into to get them up there. So I'm going to get on with working with that stuff off camera, and then I'll bring you back in once that's done, and we'll get to building the villager breeder on camera. So guys, at this point I just wanted to quickly take you through my idea here for how we're going to get these villagers up to the top there. So I've got sand here being held up by cobblestone. That's so we can get rid of these towers because they are just temporary to hold in the water. So there's a bucket of water. I've done the whole kelp thing the whole way up. So now we need to get rid of that and replace this with a soul sand, and hopefully this will work. There we go. Looks like it's going to work. So let's go up. So the villagers are supposed to come up here like this, and they will come up here. Okay, so part 1 is sort of complete. I have flooded a bit of an area here, but that doesn't matter too much. So the villagers will come up here, and the next thing now really is to think about what we want to do with them once we get them up here. So I think what we're going to need to do is probably have like a sign here and a bit of a water stream to get them away from this area and onto like a dirt path here. So maybe we can start this here, and this could be the infill of dirt that we use for the farm that the villagers go into perhaps. So that would be quite good if that worked. So I think what I'll do is just fill in a little area here, like this, and then kind of build it up so that they cannot die, because that would not be good. So we'll do 2 high all the way around here, and I'll fill that one in. And this will obviously, again, just be a temporary thing, so hold the villagers in place once they come up. So they're going to come up here, then we need them to, I guess, just go off here like this. That would kind of work, right? So what I need to do now is find a way down myself and then come up and try this one more time. So here we go. The useful thing about flooding this area means I do get a quick way down. Alrighty, so let's just go back inside, test this out, and if this works, then the next thing is just to get the villagers over here. Although I might build the farm first, actually, and then get them up here so that it is all completely closed in. But we'll see. I'll see how I want to go about that. So yeah, I think that's going to work just fine. Just naturally getting pushed over here. So we will see. Okay, cool. So yeah, these villagers, to get them over here, I think we're probably just going to need to use a boat and then get them as close as we can, and then kind of push them in. So yeah, we'll give that a go. We'll see how this goes. Let me get the villagers in, and then we'll continue on with this farm. Okay, so step 1 is complete. These guys look so funny in their little boats. They're just sat there waiting to see what's going to happen. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in with them, and you know, just row our way over here like this. It is going to take a little bit of time, that's for sure. Oh, wrong button. I want to hit control to speed up my boat a little bit. But then when I get them there, I think if I just push them into the water stream, this should work. And I have a village that isn't too far away, which is how I was able to get them here. And I realised that was another clip that I did in the last video. So what I'm actually going to do is take a fly over there in just a second to show you guys this. But what I wanted to do was just test one on camera and just see here whether or not this works. So fingers crossed with this. The tricky part is going to be getting them into the water stream there. So this could be a bit of an issue. I think what we actually might want to do is maybe set up a little bit of an area here. So if I get some water, I can get a bit of a water stream pushing them into the sort of water elevator there. I think that might be a good idea. He's trying to row away. The oars are still going. Okay, so if we got the sign there, so we can maybe just like this. If I can push the boat, let's get back in. Get really as tight as in here as we can. Okay, so I can make up a little thing like this and put the water like there, so it's pushing in that direction. Get rid of this boat. There we go. Okay, and oh yeah, I think he's gone up. Let's see if we can follow him up. It's so bubbly, I can't see if he's in here or not. I think he must be though. I guess we'll find out when we get to the top here. Yeah, there he is. Okay, it worked. Okay, awesome. So no reason to believe that the other systems won't work. That should be fine. I think what I might do is just build a little bit of a roof just over this area, just to fully protect these villagers. I'm a little bit paranoid that something's going to go wrong, and I should also light this area up as well. Make sure no zombies or anything like that are going to spawn up here. So we put a light up there, and we'll go a bit overkill around here just to make sure, and then we should be good. So we'll just light up a bit of an area here, and what I'll do now, I'll just quickly fly over to where that village is, just to show you that. As I say, that was something else that got lost in the me messing up basically with the recordings. So nice thing about the Elytra is we can now fly, and it is so cool. Certainly missed this, so I'm so glad we now have done the end city raids. It's awesome. So basically just over in this direction, I'm actually almost there. The village is that close. But this is where our village is, a little bit further. There's the first house, and there was a good few villagers in here, luckily for me. So if we get down into the main area here, you'll see, here we go. So what I did is just use this thing to turn the grass into this. So this was like a bit of a road. So I got the villagers into boats, rowed them down here to the water, and then rowed them back to my house. So that's how that worked. Now, we actually want to try and get back to our house as quickly as we can here, because we want to sleep. And our villagers, I'm just realising I've left them unattended out in the middle of what's turning to nighttime. So hopefully we can sleep before any mobs spawn, and if not, we might have to do a bit of protecting of them. So where is it? This direction a little bit, I think. Yeah, there we go. Got a little bit lost there for a second. Here we go. Here's our house. There's the villagers. They are still there. Let's see if we can... Oh, there we go. I was trying to fly straight into the bed. I guess I got that wrong. Looks like no mobs will spawn. I think we're good. So the next thing now is to get the other villagers, the 3 other villagers up there. And once we have 4, we can do them. Incidentally, I did make a video that was purely a tutorial of what we're doing here today. So it's a much more shorter, concise. If you're looking for a tutorial on how to build the villager breeder, link for that will be down in the description if you want to see that. I'm just sort of now making this. Obviously, I did it in creative mode, so it was a lot better. Okay, so let me carry on with making this, and we'll see how we go once the villagers are all up there. So guys, quick update here on the villager breeder. I have now built this, and I was looking at it, I thought, you know what, it looks a little bit small, and that's because it is. I've messed up, and I'm about to waste a whole lot of glass. I need to go check and see if I have any silk touch, but I don't think I do. But if we break down into here, you'll see it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 by 7. I just counted it before. So basically, I need this to be part of the farm. That'll be 8, and this to be part of the farm. That'll be 9, and then the same on the other ones. So yeah, I'm gonna have to basically kind of remake it, and you know, it's a bit annoying, but it's not too bad, I guess. We're just gonna lose a bit of glass and stuff. But the general concept, however, is pretty cool. One thing I haven't done yet is seen how this looks from the floor as well. So we can maybe do that. Obviously, everything's going to come out by 1 extra. But let's go down and see how it's looking at this stage in terms of design. Hopefully, not too bad, because I'm kind of limited as to what I can do with the design on the roof there, because the farm just sort of, it is what it is. Well, to be fair, you can't really see it, can you? So we'd have to come back quite a way before you could really have any sort of view of it. And it looks okay. Obviously, that dirt will be gone. And I think actually, when I extend the roof out, it will look better. At the moment, the roof looks a bit small. So when we make it bigger, that will be good. So that's what I'm going to do. Fix the farm up to being bigger and carry on with building that. Just thought to give you a little updates along the way. Alrighty guys, so we're back up here at the villager breeder. I'm just going to put in a few kind of finishing touches here. So at the moment, I don't want to, let me see. If I destroy that. See, I guess that could be a full block actually. It's supposed to be a slab, but if I destroy that, I don't want any villagers falling down there basically. So what I do want to do is take out these three here and these three here. And then we need trapdoors on these. So this is for the baby villagers. They will think they can walk over there. And they will fall. And, yeah. So I need a patch. I've just realized. We'll go have a look at that platform. I've just realized I need to make the platform that I made underneath this a little bit bigger. Because at the moment they could die. But they won't breed because I haven't placed the beds. Oh, okay. So that's a little bit of an issue. So we're going to need to come back and fix that too. So I thought I'd made more progress than I had. Because there is still a few things here to fix. But let me go down here. We'll start by fixing up the platform. And then we'll go upstairs and fix up the other stuff. So, in here, this is going to be the eventual holding pen for the baby villagers. So there's a platform right up there to catch them, which I'm about to extend. They're going to fall down. They're going to get stuck in here. And then over here is where we're going to do that little trick with the railroad thing to get them. So, yeah, I think that'll work. I mean, the railroad can kind of go off like this or something. And maybe out the back here, I think we'll have like a little hall for holding them. And then they can go off from there. So this is kind of the basic setup at the moment. I think everything's just about in place apart from needing to make that platform bigger, which I'll do. Then we place the beds. So let me go and do the sort of finishing touches. And then we'll take a final look at, hopefully, a completed villager breeder. Okay, guys, so it looks like the villagers might be about to breed here. I'd like to get at least one baby before we... Oh, they didn't. Now I wonder why that is. They shouldn't be unhappy with me. I don't think I've hurt any of them. They will have food. I could potentially try trading with them to see if that helps. Yeah, let's maybe go in there and do that. So let's get some of these blocks here, so we can kind of sneak in and block that back up. The other thing I was going to look at doing, and I'll do that while I'm in here, is this, because they're getting up on top of these, this block here, and they're jumping down, which is obviously not good because it doesn't make a huge difference, but eventually you'd have this whole area around this block, flattened, where nothing could grow. So what I want to do for a second is just see the stuff that I'm going to need to go grab to trade with them. So let's get this out of here for a sec. Okay, so carrots. Okay, that's useful. An emerald will give me bread, but that's not really great. Some beetroot. Carrots again might have been the same dude. So it looks like carrots for a couple of them, for several of them, I guess. So what I might need to do is take a few carrots. Do we have any fully grown carrots in here? I don't think we do. Well, I think I do have some. I'll go and bone meal a load of carrots, I guess. Do some trading with them. See if I can get them back on side. So the villager breed not quite done just yet. Still a little bit of work here in finishing this up. So what we've got at the moment is, where's the corner? This corner right here is kind of in the way. Because basically on our platform, which I have now extended, the only thing left to do is to finish that corner, but it's currently being blocked. I'll just quickly show you what I mean. Then I'll go do some trading with them and see what happens. So these blocks here are obviously holding up the corner. You see the platform there extends out to the full length now of this. And then, yeah, once that's gone, we can complete that. So let me go do some villager trading, and I'll also have a little look online and see what my best options are to get the villagers back being happy with me. And hopefully once I've done that, we can then start the breeding process. Okay guys, villager breeding attempt take 2. The only change I've made is above the beds I got rid of the block. Let's see if anything good happens here. Do they just... The hearts are gone, but they shouldn't be. Oh, there we go, they're back. They're back. and Ed's happy in chat. He thought he might have lost his stuff, but I guess he didn't. Okay, all hearts, don't show it. Oh, I did. So my philosophy behind this, I'll just talk you through it real quick. was maybe because you can't technically sleep in the beds, maybe that was the issue that they were having. Because from what I found online, when you get that symbol, the biggest problem is that they think there's no beds. So apparently that wasn't the issue. I do wonder whether it's to do with their line of sight of the beds. So what I might do is quickly jump inside here and just see how things are looking. I haven't done any trading with them yet. That's another thing I want to try. But if you're a villager stood here, I mean, you should be able to see these beds, right? I don't think there's any line of sight issue. I mean, having this here is potentially an issue. You know what I might do? There is a little thing I can do here, and I don't know how much this will help. But we'll. But I don't have any wood. Okay. What I can do? I got another idea. Oh, these are slabs, right? So this was my idea. I was to put a slab on there. Hopefully that line of sight then should be okay the whole way around. I don't think that's the issue though, to be honest. So the next thing I'll try is to trade with them, and we'll see if we can isolate this problem and figure out what we're doing wrong. Alright guys, here we are. Villager breeding, take 3. Let's go around there and see what happens. I have now traded with every single one of these as best as I could. So, trading hasn't helped. The bed thing, that didn't help. I'm going to go back to Google. We'll try some other things out here and see if we can get this working. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to our first baby villager. I finally got this thing working, and it is not before time. So what I did, you can kind of see here, the beds are now sort of inside. So I think that was the issue. The villagers were not seeing these beds, and so they thought there was no beds free for people to breed in, or for them to build in. Oh, look at this guy. He's enjoying having a bit of fun on that bed. Now, here's the thing. I'm hoping this is still going to work just as well. I've never tested this particular version. I don't think the baby villagers can get stuck like down here. I think that'll be fine. You can just walk back out. They should be okay there. This guy seems to be just enjoying jumping on the bed at the moment. Hopefully they will still fall in here as well, and there'll be no issues with that. I guess we'll see. We'll have to play it by ear and see. I do know that it's going to be a real pain if this guy were to stay here too long and grow up here, because getting a villager out here would be difficult, because obviously if you kill them, then you have the whole problem where they won't breed and stuff. But we'll see how we go. For now, this guy looks good. I'm so tempted to push him in, but I want to wait and make sure he's doing it on his own accord. The good news is that this is now starting to work. So let's. I was hoping he would just run in while we were here, so I'd know for sure. But I guess we'll just keep an eye on that and pop back downstairs. He's enjoying a bit of time with his parent there at the moment, I think. That's what it looks like to me. So we can now basically close this up and sort of finish off the build a little bit. I'm going to need to tidy up the roof as well. I'm going to have to sort that out in a second. But I'll show you what I've been doing down here, sort of what I've been working on just over here. So at the moment, the idea is the villagers will be in here, and they'll grow up, and they'll get picked up by the minecart, as is shown in my breeder video, and then taken over here. So what we've got here is a little area where, because I've got glass, I can probably show you this from here. These are activator rails. So when a villager comes along in a minecart, they will get popped off in their activator rail, and they should come this way and fall down into here. Now when they fall onto that pressure plate there, that will turn the activator rail off, so the next one will come along to this booth, and so on. And then down in here, this is where they'll get stuck because of this half slab here. And then what we can do is put down whatever workstation we want on top of these trapdoors. If, however, we decide that we don't particularly want that villager, we can open this up. There's a magma block down in there, you can see. And what we'll do then is remove that slab and just let the villager walk into there, and they will then die at that point. They'll just randomly walk in there at some stage. So we've got a few of these here ready to test this, but I was waiting for my first baby villager, which we have. So that's awesome. So I guess now I need to wait for that villager to grow up, and hopefully, say he'll come down here. So I'm going to tidy up this farm now, do all the aesthetical stuff that I couldn't do before because we were waiting for that baby villager to happen. Now that it has, I'll tidy that up, and the farm will then be looking better. Just looking at this though, in terms of design, I think the way it is at the moment, because I had to expand it out to get the beds in, the roof of the villager farm is in line with these pillars, right? It doesn't stick out at all. And I actually think that's the way to go. I think it looks okay right now. Yeah, I'm not saying it looks fantastic, it just looks okay, but I think If we had it sticking out by one, it then wouldn't look okay. So I'm going to keep it kind of like it is now, but I will of course show you a finished version when that's all done. So let me go and tidy this farm up and finish it off, and then we'll come and have a look. Okay guys, so the tower's all tidied up at the top there, and our platform is all in place as well. Everything is working, so that's great. So that platform right there is where the villagers will fall through, and they will fall into here. When all goes to plan, I think they will land in here at least anyway. So this guy definitely did. And if this system works, we might not need this whole thing, which should be kind of cool. I may even move the system later. I might do it like underground. I was thinking could be cool. But if I do leave it here, then I'm definitely going to decorate it more, because at the moment it just looks exactly what it is. It's just a system. But that was mainly to use as a temporary basis, as a bit of testing, and just to get some kind of villagers going on. So what we're going to do is, I've got some minecarts in the chest over here, and you know what? I need that chicken out of the way, because otherwise it will probably end up on the track. So I don't want to cause any issues here when we're testing. We're just going to get this going on and see if this works. Alright, so there he goes. He gets taken up. Should drop off about there. Yep, okay, so he dropped off there. Now my issue is whether he can walk this way, or whether he will just fall into here. So I'm going to sit here and wait for a little minute, and I'll just cut to when something happens, and we'll see which way he goes. Okay, it just happened. There he goes. He's in there. So it works. So now what we need to do is make a workstation, and when we make the workstation here, we can change, obviously choose what the villager becomes. So I should probably have made this up already, but I didn't. What I want to do, I'm going to get a Lectern, but before that I also wanted to show you guys a little bit about what it looks like up the top there. So I'm going to use this as a bit of a launch pad. I've got my Elytra on me, have a little fly around, just see the final version of the farm, because I'm fairly happy with how it's turned out, and I've spent a lot of time working on this, but I do think it'll be worth it in the long run. So here we go. This is how the building looks from like a midpoint, and now we can fly, of course, and get right up here, and there it is. So I'll try and fly, so we're kind of flying at it a bit. You can kind of see it there. So the glass does come right out to all the corners, and there's our villagers in there. So the only thing it doesn't have is the ability for us to kind of view it, you know, in terms of like being up there looking at the villagers. But as long as it's working, you know, that's not really needed. So I'm not too disappointed about that. Now, I'm just realizing I don't think I've ever made a Lectern. So unless I actually have one, which would probably be in here, then I'm just going to kind of have to guess how you make one. So this could go badly. All right, I guess you're going to need like some logs or some planks, and probably like some books or something. Oh wait, we do have a Lectern. But I wonder then if the recipe is going to show up in here. If I made a bookshelf, would that help? Yeah, I guess not. Let's see if I've got it in here somewhere. You know what? I can do that in my own time, can't I? just realised you guys don't need to see that. All right, let's go over to here now, and we're going to turn this guy into, well, I guess it'll be a librarian. So we're going to go chuck this one down, see what happens here. So that goes there. Now, is he going to pick that up straight away? I don't know if this, oh, hello, is maybe in the way. Let's just kill this dude a second. Also, like, I haven't played around with the villager mechanics yet. I don't know if they... Oh, wait, did he already... Is he changed and I just didn't notice? Nope, not yet. Okay, so if I get rid of that, is he going to pick that workstation up? Yes, he is. So I guess these slabs... Well, to be honest, they're not necessary once that's in, because that will hold them. So that's okay. Anyway, let's see what we got here. So, 24 paper for an emerald. That is great. We got a lot of sugarcane going on, so we can farm emeralds basically, and I'm pretty happy with that, and I'm pretty happy with the overall way the system has turned out. Now I'm going to do some more playing around with this off camera to get the system looking a bit better and functioning a bit better, but it works. It's doing what it needs to do, so I'm very happy we've done what we set out to do. I've got a feeling this is going to be quite a long episode, so I'm going to wrap it up here, and anything else I do with the work on this, I'll include in a future episode. Yeah, that's it, guys. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.